All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Things don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know.
Testing.
You don't know the half of the abuse. Welcome to the room of people who have rooms of people that they love one day docked away. Just because we check the guns at the door doesn't mean our brains are changed for hand grenades. You never know the psychopath sitting next to you. You never know the murderer sitting next to you. You think I'd get here sitting next to you. But after all I've said, please don't forget. All my friends are here, take it slow. Wait for them.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Please don't make any sudden moves.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
You don't know the half of the abuse. We don't They say newcomers have a certain smell. Yeah, trust issues not to mention. They say they can smell your intentions. You'll never know the freak show sitting next to you. You'll have some weird people sitting next to you. You think how did I get here sitting next to you? But after all I've said, please don't forget.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Better.
Take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. Why'd you come? You knew you should have stayed.
Oh, nice! I started behind him.
It looks like you might be wrong
Most of my classes are person, but I do have one that's
Hey, I'm looking for a downdraft.
might as well be
Yeah, I got
Tonight's gonna be a good night.
Forward Bank, originally incorporated in Marshfield, has been around for 100 years, and in those 100 years has grown tremendously and continues to do so. With locations in Colby, Greenwood, Marshfield, Medford, Stanley, Thorpe, and Withee, they are always looking to be part of your family, business, farm, or nonprofit. For personal loans, business loans, life insurance, or homeowners insurance, stop by one of their 7 convenient locations and see how they can help you move forward.
Hey sports fans, if you're looking for the best chair in the house, come down to R&R Flooring and Furniture in Spencer. We carry Franklin furniture, Lang furniture, Serta recliners, Simmons recliners, electric chairs, chairs that have phone chargers in. That is the best chair in the house. Come down and see us. We also have these sports tables and anything you want. Brewers, Bucks, Badgers, come on in. Thank you.
Hey everybody, good evening and welcome here in Spencer, Wisconsin, featuring the first annual CWC conference matchup between the Stratford Tigers and the home team Spencer Columbus Rockets. Fifth time in 3 years. Fifth time these teams have seen each other in the past 3 years. First as a CWC conference opponent, as the Spencer Columbus Rockets are looking to get their first CWC conference win against the Stratford Tigers. Big matchup here. With Sports Poll has the Stratford Tigers as the number 3 team in Division 5. Spencer Columbus trailing them just at number 6. Battle of top 10 teams. It should be a fantastic matchup. As we all know, Stratford has been looking for a little bit more ground after that hard loss last year at the state tournament against Lake Country Lutheran in the D5 state championship. Everything going. The defense didn't give up a point all year until the Amherst game at level 4. So big matchups. Spencer Columbus looking to do some damage on offense and defense as well. And we're going to go over to the PA announcer for the national anthem.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the home of the Rockets. Tonight's Central Wisconsin Conference football, and the Rockets welcome our next door neighbors, the Stratford Tigers, and the Tiger fans. The starting defensive lineup for the Stratford Tigers. We'll try that again. The starting defensive lineup for the Stratford Tigers. At defensive back number 2 is Rafi Smart. Playing defensive end number 9, Caden Griesmeyer. At free safety number 10 is Max Vanderhoof. Defensive back number 17, Cale Weisenberger. Outside linebacker is number 21, Colton Schillinger. Defensive line, number 28, Bo Gross. Middle linebacker, Noah Barrett, number 51. At defensive tackle, number 52, is Zach Seitz. In the defensive line, number 53, Hunter Ford. Outside linebacker, number 70, Dane Poppy. And in the defensive line, number 78, Dalton Shaner. Tigers coached by Jason Tubbs. As a symbol of unity, the SC football team has chosen to be introduced not as individuals, but rather as a team. And here are the 2020 SC Rockets. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your headgear for the playing of our national anthem.
We're having fun tonight.
That's me, Earl Gamble. All right, great job by our PA announcer Earl Gamble, and we're ready for kickoff here at CWC Conference Football. Spencer Columbus Stratford should be a great game. So Stratford comes here into Spencer Columbus after they're starting the season 2-0. First stop of the season, they beat Whitburg Burnham 35-6, and then went on to take Waiawega Fremont 41-0. As for the Spencer Columbus Rockets, they're currently 2-0 with wins against Nakusa 27-8 and a close game last weekend against Manawa 51-49. So Spencer Columbus has won the toss and has deferred it, and we will receive the ball second half. Stratford will receive it here. And back to return the kick for the Stratford Tigers is number 7, Elijah Lucio. Also back there is number 21, Colton Schillinger, the senior. And we're underway here with CWC football, and that kick just sitting there, but it's going to be returnable. Picked up by Schillinger on the left side, and he's going to be brought down just past the 30-yard line. So Stratford will take over 1st and 10.
Schillinger carries. Stratford ball, 1st and 10 from their own 32.
1st and 10 for the Tigers on the 32-yard line, looking to make some work here. Stratford quarterback Max Vanderhoof in, looking to make some plays here under center. So Stratford will start out 3 wide to the right, 2 to the left, single back, empty backfield in motion. And the handoff is a quick jet sweep.
Nice job!
And there's maybe a couple yards there, if that. Colton Schillinger on the carry.
Elijah Lucio, the ball carrier. Cole Timler makes the tackle.
So 2nd and 8 for the Stratford Tigers.
2nd down, 8.
Hopefully I can keep up. Not as reliable as Steven on how quick he can get down stats. So Stratford back. You got two running backs in the backfield. Hand off to the right side. Cuts back up. Middle, and he's brought down. Nice run for the Tigers. Nice stop for the Rockets. That tackle was made by David Ellison for the Spencer Columbus Rockets, the senior.
Gabe Ellison makes the stop. Ball at the 39.
So a 5-yard run. It'll be 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3 Tigers.
3rd and 3 is Stratford. 3 wide out, and we're looking to get a timeout by Coach Tubbs. So early timeout here. Oh, there's a little delay in play here. Oh, a delay of game on the Stratford Tigers. Didn't see a flag out there. So a delay of game on Stratford, and that's going to move the chains back 5 yards.
Delay of game, Tigers.
So we're back to 3rd and 8 now for the Tigers after the penalty. Devin Ulrich for the Tigers coming on out. Junior tight end. Stratford with one way wide out in the left. Vanderhoof under center, snaps it. Pass! Play action. He scrambles to the right, and he's going to be dropped. Big stop by the Spencer Columbus Rocket defense. Max Vanderhoof had nowhere to go, and that's going to bring up 4th down for the Stratford Tigers.
McGivern Ellison with the tackle.
McGivern and Ellison on the tackle for the Rockets. And it's going to be 4th down, and Stratford will punt this one away. And the punt's away. Nice punt there, and it's going to be caught by the 30-yard line. Not much room to go, and he's going to lose a couple yards on the return.
Chase Higgins.
Chase Higgins on that return.
Tackled by Elijah Lucio. 1st and 10 Rockets.
So Spencer Columbus will start this drive 1st and 10 on their own 27-yard line. 9.5 remaining here in the 1st quarter. Spencer's going to start out in the shotgun, 2-way to the left. 1 H-back. Snap is back, and the handoff is going to be nowhere.
Line to go block!
Eaton Jacobson, the ball carrier. Seitz and Ford with the tackle.
So Eden Jacobson, the senior, is going to lose a yard on that play, and it's going to be 2nd and 11. Spencer back in shotgun, motion to the left, and it's going to go, but there's a flag on the play, and there's not going to be much room.
Oh, come on!
That's Jacobson again on the carry.
Tackled by Vanderhoof, flag on the play.
Max Vanderhoof, the senior quarterback for Stratford on the tackle, or I should say the defensive back on the defensive side. And that penalty is going to be a holding.
Rockets holding.
So that play is going to come back.
yards from the 13.
So second and 24 on the 14-yard line for Spencer Columbus. And they got some ground to cover here. Back to pass, passes to the right, flat to the running back. And might sneak for some yardage, and he's finally pushed out of bounds. Ethan Jacobson on that reception for the Rockets.
Ethan Jacobson.
Looking for the chains to reset, get our official yardage.
3rd and 24.
Well, that'd be a pretty long first down though, wouldn't it? So 3rd and 24 on the 14-yard line. Spencer back to pass, looking left. He's going to air that one out, and it's going to overthrow him, and it's just going to be out of bounds, incomplete.
Pass incomplete.
That pass was intended for Dominic Post, and it'll be 4th down for Spencer, and that'll bring out the punt team. So again, these stats that we'll have halftime and postgame will be unofficial, of course.
Smart and Schillinger deep for the Tigers.
Try to do the best we can with whatever we cover. Looks like Caden Schillinger back to return for Stratford, along with, looks like Lucille. Nope, that's Smart. And Smart's going to return it by the 40-yard line. Cuts back to the middle, and he's looking for some room. Cuts back to the left, and he's going to be brought down at the Spencer Columbus 45-yard line. So that's about a 15-yard return for Rafi Smart. And Stratford is going to start with some new yardage.
Rafi Smart on the return.
We're going to take a... Well, they're looking pretty fast here before we can get a chance to go to a break, so we'll keep it here a
at the
little
Rocket
bit.
45.
Actually, we got a little bit of a change. We did have a flag. Again, I didn't see that flag out there either. So that play's going to come back. I'm not sure if that was a hold or block in the back. So that play is going to come all the way back to about the 38-yard line for Stratford. So that play did not help at all. Stratford was looking to find some running room. They're going to have to start over. We've got a 3-person backfield here for Stratford. Handoff is to the left side. That's Schillinger. Cuts back middle. And he's going to be brought down around the 45-yard line. So Caden Schillinger on that carry.
Stopped by Schillinger.
So Schillinger had a carry for 9 yards. And Stratford looking at 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1 on the 47-yard line. 3-man backfield again for Stratford. Hesitates, handoff up the middle. Looks like Schillinger again. He's going to find a few, and he's finally brought down just past midfield. So Stratford will start with a new set of downs here.
Down.
And Schillinger got about 4 yards on that carry.
Ball at the Rocket 48-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers.
So 1st and 10 for Stratford on the Spencer Columbus 48-yard line. 3-man running back crew again for the Tigers. Vanderhoof with the handoff. Up middle. And about 3 or 4 yards there where he's finally brought down. We're on the 46, 47-yard line. So 2nd and 8 for the Tigers at the Spencer Columbus 46-yard line.
2nd and 8 Tigers.
Let's go defense!
Vanderhoof back in the shotgun. Little wide out now action for Stratford. One on the right, one on the left, one H-back. And the snap is away. Draw play. And that looks like, we can get a number here.
Covella carries.
Looks like Bo Gross on that carry.
Post. Ball at the 40. 3rd down.
It's supposed to be 3rd and 1 on the 40-yard line
Let's go defense!
Spencer Columbus looking to make a stop here in defense. About 5:45 left in the first quarter. 3 running back crew here for Stratford. They're probably going to hand this one off. Vanderhoof up the middle, hand off to Gross, and Gross is going to find some yards for another first down.
Bo Gross carries for the first down, tackled by Stratman. 1st and 10 Tigers, inside the 35.
On the 34-yard line for Stratford.
Let's go D!
One of these teams is going to look to strike first. The big wide open play. Stratford again will go into their 3 running back set. Vanderhoof under center. Hesitates, but hands it off. And Gross with that carry to the right side, and that's another 6-7
Gross,
yards.
the ball carrier. Tackled by Cole Timmer.
So a 7-yard carry for Gross.
Ball at the 27.
And unofficially, he has 17 yards off
2nd
3 carries.
and 3.
Schillinger has 15 yards off 3 carries unofficially.
Defense!
And it'll be 2nd and 3 for the Stratford Tigers on the 27-yard line. 3 running back set again in the backfield. And there's a flag, and that's probably coming back. That's going to be a false start. So false start on the Stratford Tigers.
False start, Tigers.
And that's going to push it back to 2nd and 13.
Second down,
2nd and
8.
8. Forgot that Bo Gross run that got Stratford up there. So Stratford's going to look to gain those yards back. So four wide out, single backfield. Vanderhoof under center, hand up the middle, and he's going to be stopped. And that was a nice stop by the Spencer Columbus defensive line. That looks like Bo Gross again in the carry, and he's going to lose a yard.
Gross, the ball carrier.
So 39 for the Stratford Tigers on the Spencer Columbus 34-yard line. 3:50 left here in the first quarter, and Stratford's going to tighten the box again with 3 running backs in the backfield. Vanderhoof with the crossbuck up the middle, and that's going to go nowhere for the Stratford Tigers. Another great stop for the Rocket defense. And that was Caden Schillinger on that carry.
Schillinger carries to the 31-yard line.
Stop now!
By Grabowski
3-yard
and
carry.
company.
And that's going to be 4th and 6 on the 31-yard line. And Stratford's going to go for this one here. So 4th down. Let's see if Spencer Columbus can make a stop here. 3 running back backfield again for the Tigers. Vanderhoof under center. Vanderhoof up the middle with the draw play. And there's another stop for the Spencer Columbus defense, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Gross carries.
So Bo Gross on that carry, and he is stopped.
Tackled by Aiden Grippenkrog. Sawyer Kilpie.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Spencer Columbus Rockets on their own 31-yard line. So no gain on that Bo Gross 4th down carry. And Spencer Columbus will see if they can find some open ground here on this possession. Spencer Columbus in the shotgun again, man in motion, and there's going to be a flag, and that's probably going to be a false start.
Penalty, Rockets.
And that ball will go back 5 yards to the 26. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Rockets here in this late first quarter.
15 from the 26.
So far the defense has made some big stops here for both sides. But as talented as these teams are, one of them is going to look to break a play at any given time. And Spencer Columbus again, man in motion, and it's going to be a little fake reverse.
Go!
And there's a little bit open over. Big time run to the left side, past the 50, and he's back down at the 40-yard line. What a big run from Dominic Post, the senior. And there's Stratford territory in sight now for the Spencer Columbus Rockets. Big time run for Post.
Max Vanderhoof made the stop. Rockets empty Tiger 39, first and 10.
Let's go, Blue!
Yes, it should.
A 33-yard run. And a half against the right side, maybe a yard or two, and he's brought down, and there's a flag on the play.
Jacobson carries.
Eden Jacobson on the
Flag
carry.
on the play.
We'll see what that play consists of, the penalty consists of. So we're going to assume that was a holding call there, but it's by the amount of yardage that they're going to come back with, and it's going to be 1st and 20 now for the Spencer Columbus Rockets at their own 49-yard lines. So they're back in Rocket territory.
Holding the call.
The second penalty for the Rockets here tonight.
Second down.
2 H-backs here for the Rockets, man in motion. And then he gets the hand up, and he's going to be hit by, he maneuvers away from some Stratford defenders, and he's finally brought down at the 48-yard line. So about a 4-yard run, and that's post again on that carry. What looked like he was going to be brought down behind the yard line of scrimmage, maneuvers away from a tackle, and gains positive yardage. And that's a big play for the Spencer Columbus.
8-yard line.
After a 10-yard holding penalty, Spencer needed to widen the gap and find some yardage, and they did.
2nd and 18.
2nd and 18
Let's go offense!
on the Stratford 48 now for the Rockets looking to drive. Gage Stratman under center, drops it, picks it back up, and he's going to lose a couple on that carry. So Post is going to lose a couple yards there, and that ball is going to be spotted at midfield.
Post carries.
So 3rd and 21 for the Spencer Columbus Rockets.
Zach Seitz makes this down.
And we have about 1:20
Rockets from midfield.
left of the first
3rd
quarter.
and 21.
So less than a minute going. Spencer Columbus gonna maybe kind of let the clock run out. Play it patient. Stratton back to pass under center. Hand off, cross buck, and it's gonna go back the other way. A little bit of room, and that's gonna be the running back, Eden Jacobson.
Eden Jacobson, the ball carrier.
Eden Jacobson might find 4 or 5, and that's gonna bring up 4th downs. So 5-yard run for Jacobson.
4th down.
So 4th and 16 on the Stratford 46-yard line. 25 seconds and counting. Spencer Columbus is going to look like they're going to run the clock out here, playing it slow. And that looks like what's going to happen here. So in this big CWC large conference matchup game, at the end of 1, we have Spencer Columbus 0, Stratford 0. We're going to bring it right back after this.
Hi, I am Todd Schultz from Fairway Mortgage in Marshfield. Growing up and now living in Marshfield, I have always supported the local sports teams. Fairway Mortgage is doing the same and more. Fairway Mortgage is also supporting the veterans of this country. We formed an affiliate company called the American Warrior Initiative, or AWI. AWI has given away houses, seed money, vehicles, and service dogs to deserving veterans. Fairway has found that service dogs trained specifically for a veteran's needs is the best gift that any veteran can receive. Fairway is a home loan specialist. Call us today to get your home loan.
Alrighty, and we're back.
Leading Abbotsford 20-0.
Second quarter now underway, and it's going to be 4th and 16 for Spencer Columbus, and by assumption we'll say that they're going to look to punt here. So Rafi Smart and Colton Schillinger back to return for the Stratford Tigers.
Come on, Rockets!
And the snap is away. And that punt going to be fielded by Schillinger on the 10-yard line. He's going to look to the right side. And he gets tripped up by the 20-yard line. And that will be Stratford's new drive.
Schillinger returns to the 20-yard line.
So one of these teams looking to go 3-0 here in this season.
1st and 10 Tigers.
Go defense!
Either way is a statement win for both of these ranked teams. 1st and 10 on the 19 for Stratford. Vanderhoof back in that 3 running back rotation. Hands off to the right side. Maybe a yard or two, and that's going to be about it.
Then Bo Gross carries.
So Bo Gross on that carry. And he's going to get about 2 yards. So second and 8.
Down 8.
On the 21-yard line for Stratford. Spencer Columbus looking to keep up some solid run defense here in the first half. Stratford got 3 wide out to the right side. Vanderhoof the toss to the left. Cuts back, and he's going to be brought down for a loss of yards.
Gross, the ball carrier.
Bo Gross not finding much there.
Connor Clark gets the tackle.
And it's going to bring up 3rd down for the Stratford Tigers. So again, if you weren't aware, with Sports Poll, top 10 matchup for these two teams.
3rd and 5.
Stratford coming in at number 3, Spencer Columbus number 6. 3rd and 5 at the 26-yard line for Stratford. 3 running backs set for Stratford. Vanderhoof with a quick toss, handoff at the middle. And another big-time stop for that Rocket defense. That was Colton Schillinger on that that run. And Sawyer Kilty with another stop. Sawyer Kilty probably has 3 or 4 tackles there on the defensive line tonight for the Spencer Columbus Rockets. And that's going to be 4th and 6 now for the Stratford Tigers, and they will punt away. So back to return for the Spencer Columbus Rockets is Jacobson and Chase Higgins. And the punt is away, higher punt. But Jacobson's going to wave that one off, and he's going to catch that one right about the 44-yard line. And that's going to start a new set of downs for the Spencer Columbus Rockets.
Their catch at the 44-yard line.
So 1st and 10 for the Spencer Columbus Rockets.
1st and 10.
1st and 10, and Spencer Columbus quarterback Gage Stratman's going to look to find some positive yardage for the Spencer Columbus offense. Spencer Columbus with a variety of weapons that they can use alongside Stratman. We've seen Jacobson and Higgins touching the ball tonight, as well as Dominic Post.
Let's go offense!
So Spencer Columbus will come up to the line quick. Stratman under center in the shotgun. Pistol to be exact. Jacobson in motion, the handoff from Stratman in net. Going to go up the middle for a nice 6-7 yard run.
Max McGivern, the ball carrier.
And that's Max McGivern, the senior, on that carry. They're going to give him 9 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 1 for the Rockets at Stratford's 47-yard line.
2nd down and 2.
9.5 and counting here in the second quarter. Beautiful night for football, over 70 degrees. Different for a usual fall game compared to last week where it was 40. Offensive line hustles up to the line of scrimmage for the Rockets. Stratman, Jacobson in motion, and that's the handoff to Jacobson to the left side. He's going to cut back, and he's going to get about 5 yards, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Rockets. So Ian Jacobson with that carry.
Thanks, Mitch. I'm sorry, Brian.
1st and 10 on the 41-yard line. Spencer Columbus looking to gain a little bit of momentum here on this drive, looking to be the first one to find pay dirt tonight.
Let's go offense!
And you can see Spencer Columbus brings in that tight offense and the handoff. Oh, a play action, Stratman down the right side, and it's caught. That's Eden Jacobson, and he's going to be brought down at the Stratford 21-yard line. And we have our first appearance in the red zone for the Rockets. And that's going to bring up another first down. 8.5 left here in the second quarter.
Max Vanderhoof makes the tackle. Rocket first down at the 21-yard line.
For the first one to strike the end zone tonight. Stratman back under center. Got two wide left for the Rockets. Stratman, handoff, Jacobson. Jacobson tough to bring down, and he's going to find a few, and he's finally brought down by a plethora of Stratford Tigers.
Jacobson carries.
So Eden Jacobson doing a lot of work tonight for the Rockets on the ground.
Tackled by the defensive line.
Comes in as the Rockets' leading rusher this year with just over a couple hundred yards. And got about 1 yard, and then it'll be 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line. So 2nd and 9 for Spencer Columbus.
From the 20.
Back to the pistol formation for the Rockets. Stratman under center. In motion. There's going to be a hand up on the left side. That's Post, and Post is not going to find much room. And that might have been a loss.
Dominic Post, the ball carrier.
So Dominic Post is going to lose 2 yards on that play.
23.
And it's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Spencer Columbus Rockets. So both teams just kind of playing it casual, let the score run out.
Let's go offense!
So 3rd and 12 actually on the 23-yard line. Stratman under center. Drops it back to pass. It'll be a screen pass to Post, and he's not going to find much. What a loss of a couple there on the screen pass from Gage Stratman to Dominic Post.
Stopped by Devin Ulrich.
Devin Ulrich from Stratford on the tackle. Yeah, we might have a timeout here. No, we have an injured Rocket. So we're going to take a quick break while the Rocket player is attended to, and we will be right back. All right, we're back here. 4th and 14 at the 25-yard line for Spencer Columbus. They're going to go for it. Stratman under center. Out wide is Cole Timler. Back to pass for Stratman. He's looking to the left side. And this is incomplete, but there's flags on that play, and that might be in Spencer Columbus's favor. If that is a big-time play for the Rockets. We'll see when we get the call here. Dominic Post was the one that left the play for the Rockets. Hopefully he's okay. And that play is on Stratford. That's a big-time penalty. And Spencer Columbus is gonna look to strike gold here if they can convert. So hopefully Dominic Post comes back, as he's been busy for the Rockets tonight. Pass interference on the Stratford Tigers will bring the spot of the ball to the 14-yard line. 4th and 4. As it's not that penalty is not an automatic first down. There's some confusion here, and that's going to be a timeout on Spencer Columbus Rockets for Coach Gorst. So with 6:16 left here in the second quarter, Spencer Columbus looking to push for a first down when we come back.
I like my Google Pixel 4 because of the fantastic camera and great software optimization by Google. Google Pixel 4's camera has a feature called Night Sight, which allows you to take really great photos in low light scenarios. And what's better is that you have free unlimited storage on Google Photos to store all your great pictures. While supplies last, when you upgrade to Google Pixel 4, you can get $350 off your phone. And soon to be released on August 20th is the Google Pixel 4a, which is a budget-focused phone with the same fantastic camera as the 4.
As both teams look to come back out here after the timeout, Spencer Columbus looking to convert on this fourth down opportunity.
Ball at the 12.
So Spencer Columbus, let's see what they can do with 16 left in the second quarter. Stratman back in under center. He's going to get the snap, handoff to the left side. That's Jacobson. Jacobson finding room to the left. He's still going. He's still going, and finally a bunch of Stratford defenders take him down. This could be close.
Eden Jacobson carries. Flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play. And that play looks like it's coming back. Holding on the Spencer Columbus Rockets, and that's not what they needed, especially at this point of the field.
Rockets holding.
So the clock will continue.
Fourth down from the 25.
Fourth down and 14. So ball's at the 25-yard line. Let's see what Gage Stratman and Jacobson so far, the busier Spencer Columbus Rockets tonight, can do. Stratman back to pass, drops back. He's looking downfield. Pass it. Oh, and there's a push, and that's going to be a pass interference on Stratford. That was pretty obvious right there. It looked like he was going to be overthrown, but that looked like Cale Weisenberger, the senior back there, with too much of a push behind, and that's going to bring Spencer Columbus back into some familiar territory. So a bunch of penalties here for both teams.
Pass interference, Tigers.
So what was 4th and 14 on the 25-yard line will be
4th and 1.
4th and 1 on the 12-yard line.
Let's go Rockets!
So 4th and 1, Spencer Columbus, Stratford, big time Division 5 matchup. Stratman under center, the handoff, and that. And it looked like
Jacobson
on the carry, and that's going to be a first down. And that's going to bring up first and 10 at the 11-yard line. So Spencer Columbus, a big-time play there to keep the drive going. 5.5 left here in the second quarter. Still scoreless, as both teams have been phenomenal on defense. But right now, Spencer Columbus driving here midway through the second quarter. Tight formation now for the Rockets. Stratman back to under center. In motion, Jacobson, and he's going to get the handoff, cuts back middle, and he's brought down after a couple yards.
Jacobson carries.
So about 2nd and 7, you can give him 3 yards there. On the 8-yard line.
Let's go offense!
Ball at the 8. 2nd and 7.
Stratman bringing back that offense back up to the line. 2 slot receivers to the left side, Stratman under center. In motion, and he gets that handoff. Looking up to the left, brings back to the middle, and he's brought down. That was Parker Wetfuss.
Will Gorst carries.
That was Will Gorst on the carry, the junior. And we'll see where the officials here mark
Tackled
that
by
ball.
Lucio.
And that was going to be about a 3-yard run. So 2nd and
Ball
3
5.
on the 5-yard line. Elijah Lucio, the junior, defensive back with that tackle. So 3rd and 3. 2nd and 3 here. Hand off the middle. Not much there. We'll see where the officials mark it.
Jacobson. Stopped by Devin
Jacobson
Ulrich.
finding a lot of work tonight for the Rockets in the backfield with that carry, and he's going to get about a yard. So 4th down here. And looks like we're going to get a timeout by Coach Tubbs and the Stratford Tigers.
Tigers call time.
So with that being said, we're going to go take a quick break. When we come back, let's see if Spencer Columbus can be the first one of these 2 teams to find the end zone. Stay with us.
Beautify your garden and landscape in 2020 with Turnpike Greenhouse. Explore our spacious garden center with over 2,500 hanging baskets. Along with beautiful flowering plants, Turnpike offers a wide selection of produce, herbs, vine crops, succulents, and more. Turnpike's garden center and greenhouses have everything needed to beautify any home. Turnpike is here to serve you. Visit us in Granton or online at turnpikegreenhouse.com. Be sure to follow us on Facebook for pictures and specials. We are Turnpike, and we are here to serve you.
All right. So Spencer Columbus looking to make probably the play of the half here. If they can convert here on 4th and 1 at Stratford's 3-yard line. Eden Jacobson been busy on the ground for the Rockets, as well as Dominic Post. So
4th and 2.
Gage Stratman back at under center. We're going to get another whistle. We're going to get another timeout. Coach Gorst is going to call this one for the Rockets this time.
Call time.
Looking over and maybe seeing what Stratford's going to do defensively. So we'll take another quick break. Hopefully we'll shorten it up there. And let's see what Coach Gorst for Spencer Columbus can write up after this. All right, welcome back. Of course, I'm Matt Wenzel here tonight, calling the game with Neil Hogden. And we're happy to be bringing Friday Night Football alongside Sports on Focus. So Spencer Columbus,
Rockets, 4th and 2.
One by each team. Let's see if Coach Morris and Coach Tubbs got something drawn up for their teams. So ball forward at the 3-yard line, Stratman under center. It'll be a handoff. Looks like to Jacobson. See where the officials mark the ball. They're going to mark it Jacobson. So that's going to be a turnover on down for Spencer Columbus. And Stratford's going to take it.
First and 10 Tigers.
First and 10 for the Stratford Tigers. Let's go, D! Yard line. Let's see if Max Vanderhoof and the Tigers.
Hold on, D! Hold up! Ready? Get the pressure on him!
Let's see if Max Vanderhoof can lead the Tigers here to some open field. Handoff up the middle. Couldn't tell if that was Schillinger on the carry. And that's going to be, looks like 2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line. So a 7-yard run.
Vela, the ball carrier. Second down.
Again, with Sports on Focus, I'm Matt Wenzel alongside Neil Hogden. Here tonight's big D5 matchup, and the handoff to the left side for Stratford. Cuts back up middle, and he's finally brought down at around the 15-yard line.
Let's go, defense!
Gross carries, tackled by
So Bo Gross with that
Kumler.
carry. About 5 or 6 yards.
First and 10 Tigers.
So
Ball at the 15.
First and 10 for Stratford on the 14-yard line. 2.5 remaining here in the second quarter. Both teams scoreless. 2 guys wide left for Stratford. Vanderhoof under center. And handoff is to the right side. And there might be a couple yards there. That ball was down. So can't quite tell if that was either Schillinger or Gross on that tackle, or that carry.
Second down 10.
So no gain on that one. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. The clock did stop. I'm not sure if they were trying to talk it over in case that was a fumble or not. They call a penalty on that play? I didn't see a flag. So interesting, we didn't even see a flag out there. And they're going to move Stratford back.
Tigers from the 11.
So 11-yard line where Stratford will work on Vanderhoof back in under center. 2 left for Stratford out wide. Back in motion. Hand off up to the left side, cuts back middle. Working, and he's finally brought down at around 22-yard line.
Raffy Smart carries.
So Raffy Smart with that carry. The junior running back for Stratford, brought down by Eden Jacobson of the Rockets. And it's going to be 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
From the 21-yard line for the Tigers. A minute and a half and counting. 3-man backfield back to the Tigers. Hand up the middle. And a hard tackle for the Rockets defense. Maybe stopped it for about a yard.
Colton Schillinger, the ball carrier.
It was Colton Schillinger on that carry. Limping a little bit after. Hope he's all right. But there's a timeout on the field, and we're going to take our timeout quick as well. Stay with us, and we'll be right back. Who's your first game again? Tecuse. And we're back. So 2nd and 4 for the Tigers.
Let's go defense!
Max Vanderhoof under center, 2 to the wide left for Stratford. Hand off to the left side, cuts it back middle, and it may be brought down for 1 or 2 yards. So that was Bo Gross on that carry.
Bo Gross, the ball carrier. Tackled by Timler.
It was a first down.
And
From our
Ellison.
spot, it kind of looked like a shorter game, but actually it was 4 yards. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Just over a minute left. Vanderhoof back to shotgun. Passes to the left, slant pass to the left side. Evades the tackle. He's moving. Past 50, the 40, 45-yard line, brought out of bounds. And that's Rocky Smart with that reception. So Rocky Smart with a big reception from Max Vanderhoof with just under a minute remaining.
Defense!
First and 10.
We'll give that about a 29-yard pass for Smart.
Come on, defense!
10 at the 40 for Stratford. Vanderhoof back in shotgun. Two out left, 1 out to the right. Snap is there. Vanderhoof hands off to Gross to the left side. He's looking, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So Bo Gross, the senior, about 5 yards. That tackle was made by... Ooh. Yeah, I don't see him on there either. 56 is not on that list. We don't have an unofficial name with the tackle. So 2nd and 5 at the 35 for Stratford.
Down 5.
About 52 seconds left of the first half. Vanderhoof back in shotgun, 2 out wide right. Snap, hand out. Oh, the fumble! And Gross fell on it. Oh, he lost it. Spencer Columbus is still on, but they're going to mark him down. And that's Spencer Columbus's ball. We're going the other way. Bo Gross on the fumble. And that's a turnover on the Tigers, and Spencer Columbus is going to take over again on downs.
1st and 10 Rockets.
So Bo Gross with a big fumble there as Stratford was looking to make off that play after a big reception from Rafi Smart, the junior wide receiver. So Spencer Columbus looked for a little bit of momentum here late in the 2nd quarter. But Gage Stratman back under center with his Rocket offense back in motion. And the back to pass, play action. Stratman finds his man at the 50-yard line, and he's brought down. That was Will Schlafke. So nice play from Stratman to Schlafke.
Pass complete to Will Schlafke.
And we got a whistle on the field. Let's see what the call is.
50.
And I think our officials want to be sure what our yardage is.
That's an SC! Gotta go! Gotta go!
So play, time running, 35 seconds left. Stratman under center, drops back, looks to pass, over midway, and he overshoots his receiver. That was Will Gorst, he overshot.
Pass incomplete. Flag on the field.
So incomplete, and we have a flag on the field. So we'll see what that flag has resulted as. Stratman had his man, just overthrew him a little bit, but we'll see what the call is on the field. There is no penalty. I think a ref just lost his flag. That flag actually sits on the field. But Stratman back under center, drops back. He's looking to his left. He airs it out downfield. Oh, he overshot his receiver. It's almost could have been caught. Nice play. But that's going to be incomplete for the Rockets with about 19 seconds left. So 3rd and 10 for Spencer Columbus at midfield. Officially 19 seconds, but we have 15 on our scoreboard, so that's pretty much the same area. Actually, they marked the ball back 10 yards. Or at the 40 now.
Holding against the Rockets.
Oh, holding call.
Back to the
Again, we never really can see where the penalties are.
second.
Fourth penalty on the Rockets this first half. And Stratman's under center again. Drops back to pass. Looking his left. No, he's going to look. He's going to look to run. To the left side. Cuts back middle. He's going to pass midfield where he's finally brought down at about the 47-yard line. Nice run by Gage Stratman. Tackled by Hunter Ford for Stratford.
Tackled by Hunter
So
Ford.
nice rundown from behind by Hunter Ford. And we're going to see a timeout on the field again with about 10 seconds left. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with a driving Spencer Columbus team.
At Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, we close loans fast. Homeowners, home buyers, and realtors love it.
Fast? Anybody can claim they're fast.
You're right, but we'll guarantee it. Our branch will close your loan in 30 days or less, or we'll pay your closing costs.
Why wait longer to be in the home of your dreams? Why worry about delays that could affect your closing?
At Fairway, we're fast. We guarantee it. 30 days or less, or we'll pay your closing costs.
Call today to find out how you can be in the home of your dreams.
Faster with Fairway.
All right, welcome back with Matt. I'm Matt Wenzel alongside Neil Hogden here in Spencer for this big CWC large football conference matchup between the Stratford Tigers and the Spencer Columbus Rockets. Gage Stratman, the quarterback, had a nice scramble for about 15 yards on that last play. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Rockets at Stratford's 47-yard line. Stratman back under center again. 3 out wide right, 1 wide left. Stratman will drop back to pass, and he's getting rushed by a plethora of Tiger defenders, and he's going to be brought down at about just maybe before the line of scrimmage. And a flag on the play.
Stratman carries. Tackled by Gross. 4th down.
So 4th down now coming up for the Rockets. We got another timeout, but we can keep it here for this one here with about 2 seconds left. We'll wait to see what we got for penalty. So it's been a defensive battle so far. Both teams have been showing great run defense. Both teams have made some big plays, but then the defense has been coming up and stopping what would look like either a Stratford touchdown or even a Spencer Columbus touchdown. Spencer Columbus got to about the 3-yard line. Other scorers around the area. Stephen is in Medford for the Medford-Mosinee game. And Medford, currently ranked number 3 in Division III, up 16-0 over the Mosinee Indians. Blaine Seidel with his 3rd interception return for a touchdown this year. One of the best linebackers in the state. Also, we have Pittsville and Wild Rose, which is 6-6, tied. So over the course of the game and at halftime, we'll try to get you some live score updates from around the area. So with about 3.5 seconds left, 4th and 7 for Spencer Columbus. Gage Stratman will look to see what he can do, whether he can make a play with his arm or with his legs. He's been pretty effective so far for the Rockets. Stratman under center, drops back to pass. He's looking. He's going to air it over to the right, and that's going to be almost intercepted, but dropped, and that will be the end of the half.
Pass broken up.
So Caden Schillinger almost had the interception, and that's going to bring the end of the first half.
And that ends the half.
So we're going to take a quick 2-3 minute break, and when we come back, we'll talk over a little bit of this game, a few detailed stats, and we'll go over some scores from the rest of the area. So stay with us, and we will be right back.
Hi, I'm Corey Hoffman with Marshfield Insurance. Today we're going to talk about a topic that's very timely right now, and that is the damage that water can do if it gets into your home or any other building. Surface water coming into a building is generally not covered by any sort of standard property insurance policy. You can buy flood insurance to protect your property, but the time to do that is now because there is usually a 30-day waiting period before coverage applies. So when you see the water rising up in your backyard, it's too late. You need to call your insurance agent at Marshfield Insurance here and have a discussion about flood insurance if you're concerned about that. Another situation that we see very commonly is a backup of a sewer or drain, and we most commonly think of this happening in a sump pump situation where the sump pump fails either due to mechanical failure or loss of power. Your sump pump well fills up then and you get water in your basement, and it could damage flooring or wall coverings or any property that you have sitting down there. Most insurance companies offer an endorsement to buy coverage for damage caused by sewer drain backup, and they're very reasonably priced. So if you're concerned about the damage that water could do to your home this spring, please call your agent at Marshfield Insurance and have a conversation about flood or water and sewer backup. We'd be happy to help you.
Hi, this is Jason from Northside Computers. As many of you know, we have a refurbished computer program to get computers in the hands of students that are learning from home this fall. It's been a very successful event. We've gotten close to 30 computers out to students, and we also have a large waiting list. So we're hoping that we can get more donations brought in to help these computers get in the hands of somebody who can use them. So we're looking for computers that can run Windows 10, or maybe could use a little bit of an upgrade to run Windows 10. We could definitely repair them if they had something wrong with them. We don't want old, ancient things that just need to be recycled. So the best thing to do is just give us a call first, and we can try to figure out what you have and if we can make use of it.
All right, welcome back to this halftime. Again, from Sports on Focus with Neil Hogden. I'm Matt Wenzel. Glad everybody's able to join us for this big-time ranked Division 5 first-time conference matchup for the CWC between the Stratford Tigers and the Spencer Columbus Rockets. As I mentioned, currently both teams ranked in the WISports top 10 polls of Division 5. Stratford coming in at number 3, Spencer Columbus coming in at number 6. Both teams 2-0 to start their season. And so far it's been a defensive matchup. Both teams have been showing some really solid run defense. The occasional big play was given up by both teams, but both defenses then converted just afterwards. Penalties have killed both sides, whether it was a holding call or pass interference, had brought that ball back after about 1 or 2 plays after a big play. But we'll go through some stats. All these stats are unofficial. Of course, it's hard to keep track of from where we're currently at. But so far, the leading the way for Spencer Columbus, we have Ian Jacobson, the running back,
7-0 in the second
who
quarter.
currently has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Currently 8 carries for 18 yards. And Dominic Post, who left the game earlier in the second quarter with the apparent injury, hopefully he's okay and we see him back out, had broke off a 33-yard carry earlier in the first quarter. Leads the way in terms of rushing yards. He has about 32 rushing yards for the Rockets tonight. And so far, those have been the two guys that have been busy for the Rockets on the ground. Gage Stratman had seen a lot more passing in terms of later in the game as the clock was winding down, trying to find a late drive score. And Stratman currently has 2 passing completions, both for about 42 total yards. One of them was to Eden Jacobson for about 25 yards. And the other one had been completed to Will Schlafke for about 17. And of course, Stratman has about a 12-yard run on the ground as well. Evaded a couple Stratford defenders and then looked to the left, cut back up middle, and was finally brought down. So Stratman's been doing some nice things for the Rockets there in the first half as well. They got down as far as the 2-yard line in Stratford territory. Almost thought, Neil and I both thought there was probably going to be a touchdown, but Stratford's defense prevailed there and stopped Eden Jacobson at the line of scrimmage. As for the Stratford Tigers, they're led the way by Bo Gross, who has about has about 9 carries for 32 yards. Colton Schilliner has about 4 carries for 18 yards. Max Vanderhoof was brought down and behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yards on a scramble. And Max Vanderhoof has 1 passing completion to junior Rafi Smart for about 29 yards, which got the Stratford Tigers going on their last drive in the second quarter. But a penalty ended up taking them back, and the Spencer Columbus defense ended up making a big-time stop. So Stratford with 3 first downs, Spencer Columbus with about 4. Of course, that's unofficial. 1 turnover for the Stratford Tigers tonight came on a Bo Gross fumble at about their own 40-yard line in the second quarter. So far, penalties have hurt both teams. Spencer Columbus with about 4 penalties. Stratford has about 3. So both even. Everything's been even so far in this great matchup. I don't think we anticipated a scoreless matchup. Maybe a back-and-forth offensive matchup. But so far, it's been great football. It's been beautiful weather, about 70 degrees out, way different than the 40-degree weather we had last weekend. Of course, when I called the Medford-Anago game last weekend, I couldn't even feel my fingers when I operated the camera. So it was definitely a different type of outdoor weather we have here tonight, something we don't see very often in October. So far, we'll get on tap what we have down the road for Spencer Columbus. Currently, next week, they travel to Shiocton. Shiocton, normally one of the better football teams in the CWC. This year so far they're 0-2. They've had some late level 3, level 4 playoff appearances in the last 5 to 10 years. And of course, we'll get over to the Stratford schedule. After this Spencer Columbus game, they will have a big-time new conference matchup against the Amherst Falcons, who are currently ranked number 2 in D5. Amherst, of course, one of the better Division 5 teams year after year. Always in the play for conference championships as well as state championships. And of course, they've had 1 or 2 guys go to the Wisconsin Badgers. So that'll be another big-time primetime game for the Stratford Tigers, trying to take Amherst. But of course, they got to worry about trying to take down Spencer Columbus in this ranked matchup here. So a tough schedule in this shortened season for both of these teams. So good stuff so far. We'll get some scores for you here in the area. Of course, we stated that Medford was up 16-0 over Mosinee. That game is in Mosinee, and Sports on Focus has that game with Steven Okonek on that call. Edgar, Abbotsford, not much of a game there. This is Abbotsford's first game after being quarantined the first 2 weeks of the season. And so far in the second quarter from our last update, Edgar was up 47-0 in the second quarter for that one. I would assume that's halftime now. In 8-man football, we have Greenwood over Port Edwards, 80-18. So of course in the 8-man football, you might see those higher scoring games. And of course, me and Neil will try to get some other local games for you as well. Marshall and Menominee, Marshall in a makeup game. They were originally supposed to play Wassa East, but Wassa East postponed the rest of their season due to the COVID-19 situation. Marshall ended up then picking up a game with Sussex Hamilton. Sussex Hamilton was supposed to play the #1 team in Division 2, I believe, Menominee Falls. That game got canceled because Menominee Falls had some conflict in their schedule. Marshall picked that game up, and that was switched again from Hamilton to Menominee, as Menominee was supposed to play River Falls, and River Falls had a certain amount of guys quarantined. So a lot of confusion in the scheduling lately for a lot of local schools. So it's certainly been an interesting outlook so far. And of course, we won't get to see Stratford and Edgar play. That game was originally postponed, so first time in how many years we won't see that. Gilman, we also have a score in that one. Gilman up 34-0. I'm not 100% sure who they're playing. Of course, this is their first year in 8-man football. Actually, Gilman is playing Alma Center, Pepin area. Down, of course, that's by just north of La Crosse. So that's interesting game for Gilman. Actually, we got a update with Medford, 32-8. Medford up. Mosinee got a touchdown from Drayton Lehman on an 18-yard catch. So Mosinee first on the board for them. Lakeland trailing Ashland 26-8. Lakeland, one of the competitors with Medford in the Great Northern Conference, along with Rhinelander and Mosinee. Rhinelander blowing out Merrill currently 28-0. That was our last update about 20 minutes ago. Rhinelander currently number 6 in the new Division III rankings in the West Sports poll, challenging Medford for that top spot in the GNC. So that'll be interesting to see. Merrill was actually ranked number 8 in last week's West Sports poll before they lost to Ashland. So we'll hopefully can get more of those scores. Of course, we don't have many stats to share in a very scoreless game here in Spencer Columbus, but of course, it's always fun when you can see 2 ranked teams in a hard defensive battle. So that's what we have so far. We're going to take a quick break before we come back, and we'll get some more local scores in the area. We have about 5 minutes left before we have the start of the second half. So stay with us, and we will be right back.
If your path to achieving your hopes and dreams is less than clear, Meyer & Associates provides the direction and guidance that helps put things into focus. We provide financial advice and customized solutions that help take the uncertainty out of your dreams for today and the future.
We can work together to make an honest assessment, understand your options, commit to a plan, live life brilliantly. Our team is here to help.
Forward Bank, originally incorporated in Marshfield, has been around for 100 years and in those 100 years has grown tremendously and continues to do so. With locations in Colby, Greenwood, Marshfield, Medford, Stanley, Thorpe, and Withee, they are always looking to be part of your family, business, farm, or nonprofit. For personal loans, business loans, life insurance, or homeowners insurance, stop by one of their 7 convenient locations and see how they can help you move forward.
All right, and we're back with Neil Hogden. I'm Matt Wenzel. We're on Sports on Focus. We're glad to bring you Stratford Tigers, Spencer Columbus Rocket Football, and their first annual CWC conference matchup. So far, it's been a scoreless game between the 2 of the top 10 ranked teams in Division 5. Some other scores we have around the area. Colby up big on Crivets, 35-0, and that game is, I would assume, about halftime. Newman Catholic, we don't have an updated score on that. We're playing Bowler. Gresham, an 8-man football. So far, we had an update on Cadott. They were scoreless as well in their matchup with Glenwood City. Update on Osseo Fairchild and Neilsville Grant, and that game is also scoreless through the first quarter as well. As we said earlier, if you're big on Abbotsford, about half at the half, 47-0. Medford was up over Mosinee, 32-8. Gilman over Alma Lincoln, 24-0. I think that one was. But hopefully, at some point, we'll have an update on the Marshfield Menominee game or local schools. course, Athens, after a big win last week against Thorpe, had a number of kids that had to quarantine. So currently Athens is on a postponement with their football season as they were looking to start off the season strong. And hopefully this half might be different. Maybe Coach Gorse will have something to say to his team in terms of what they can do to find some ways to find some gaps on this Stratford Tiger defense. Stratford's been playing some solid defense, as has the Rockets. Both been making plays when it has counted. Coach Tubbs for the Tigers, I'm sure, had talked his team at the half to make sure what they can do to find some running room on the ground. Finding opportunities for Caden Schilliner, who has some open field speed. Of course, this is a different Stratford team. You don't have Ben Barton, who's currently playing with the Wisconsin Badgers, or Chandler Schmidt, who's currently at Winona State. Also, Vaughn Bright is at UW Stevens Point, another weapon that Stratford had. And of course, Spencer Columbus. Bringing back several guys. So that's where both of these teams are at, and I think both of these teams will have a little bit momentum now coming from the half, knowing that Stratford being the third best team in the D5, coming off a state runner-up after having a big-time season last year, looking to kind of make up for it after a disappointing finish. Spencer Columbus looking to upseat the number 3 team and climb up the rankings themselves. Both teams in this new CWC format. Stratford always one of the Merriwood's top performers every year, and Spencer Columbus, well, in the past was a Merriwood team, but then in the Clover Belt right after the last several years. Well, they added another minute or two for the teams to get loose. Stratford ready to go. Spencer Columbus almost ready. And Spencer Columbus will receive the ball here at the start of the second half. And let's see if the Spencer Columbus offensive line can find some room for Eden Jacobson to run. Jacobson been very aggressive on the ground game. Another score we have for you in CWC action. Amherst currently at the half, 19-7 over Manawa. A tough game. Manawa also with that big loss to Spencer Columbus last week in a big 51-49 shootout. So of course, some other interesting scores. Manawa showing that they can compete in that conference. And it looks like we're going to be about ready for kickoff here. Currently, we don't have a Marshfield update. Shiacton over Nakusa at the half, 21-8.
Receiving to start the second half.
Of course, Nakusa with the Week 1 loss to Spencer Columbus.
Colton Schillinger kicking.
So Colton Schillinger back to kick for the Stratford Tigers. Back to receive is Eden Jacobson. And looks like Chase Higgins.
Jacobson, Higgins back deep.
So Schillinger to kick. And a squib kick to the right side of the field. They're going to let that one roll, and that's going to roll out of bounds, and that'll be a flag. So it'll be a legal procedure on the Stratford Tigers, and the Spencer Columbus Rockets should get it at about the 40-yard line. Or is it 35? That ball will be at the 40.
Kick goes out of bounds.
So Gage Stratman will look to find some running room, and he's had some momentum in a few of their other drives, but the Rockets couldn't convert, so they'll look to do that. They're actually going to re-kick this one. Normally they always put it at the 40, but they're going to re-kick this one. I don't really see that often in high school football. I always see them take the ball at the 40-yard line, so we'll see what Colton Schillinger can do on this kickoff. And as I said, Jacobson and Higgins back to return the kick. Beautiful night out here, about 70 degrees. Starting to cool down a little bit now. And the officials have the ball set, and we're ready to go for the second kickoff. So Schillinger back to kick. And that one's right down the middle, and that's going to go into the hands of Eden Jacobson. Jacobson looking left right off the bat. He's looking for a line of blockers, and he broke a tackle or two, and he's finally brought down at about the 34-yard line. A nice little run for Eden Jacobson, about 15 yards. And now we see Spencer Columbus's offense back to work with quarterback Gage Stratman under center. The senior looking to get a big win against the Stratford Tigers.
1st and 10, Rockets at their own 33.
So Spencer will start this drive off 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. And we're going to see a tight formation from Gage Stratman and that Spencer Columbus Rocket offense. Back in the shotgun, in motion. Stratman hands it up to the middle. And there's not going to be much room there to run. That was Max McGibbon on that carry, the other senior running back. And he's going to get a loss of 1 there.
McGibbon has a run. 2nd 11.
So that brings up 2nd 11 for the Rockets at the 32-yard line. Tight formation again for the Rockets. Stratman under center. Back into motion. Handoff up the middle. And not much room again. So not much room for Eden Jacobson in that carry.
Jacobson, the ball carrier.
And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd down.
Hunter Ford on the tackle for the Tigers.
Hunter Ford on the stop.
So that's going to be no gain for Jacobson, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Tight formation again for the Rockets. Single backfield. Back in motion. Handoff. To the left side's Jacobson, and oh, he's going to be brought down. I can't quite make that out, but it looked like Bo Gross was on that stop.
Jacobson carries. By Gross.
So that's going to be a loss of 1 for Jacobson, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So 4th and 12 at the 31-yard line, and Spencer Columbus is looking to punt. So it looks like Smart's back to receive along with Schillinger. The snap is, the punt is up. Punts toward the left there. And they're going to let that one go out of bounds. Had a nice little roll there at the end, and that landed out at about Stratford's 26-yard line.
Ball will be down inside the 30, looks like about the 28.
So Stratford will start this possession here in the second half. 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Max Vanderhoof and the Stratford offense looking to take charge here.
Tigers 1st and 10.
Scoreless big game here between 2 ranked teams in Division 5. Normally you don't see both of these teams are more of offensive threats, so we are looking at a defensive matchup tonight. So Vanderhoof will bring his offense up to the line. 2 guys split to the left, outside wide. 2 running backs in the backfield. In motion. The toss from Vanderhoof to the right. Looking to find a few running room, and he's going to be finally brought down at about the 38-yard line.
Bo Gross.
So Bo Gross with that carry.
Tackled by Ellison.
And that'll be about a 9-yard run for Gross. The senior fullback who leads the Stratford Tigers tonight in rushing. Stratford quickly comes up to the line. Tight 3 running back formation in the backfield. Quick little hand up middle, and that's Bo Gross, and he's off to the races. Right side, 40, 30, and he's finally going to be brought down just inside about the 15-yard line. And that was Stratford's longest play of scrimmage today. So Bo Gross, I would probably say 42 yards or so. We'll get 42 yards. So Stratford will start 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
1st and 10.
So Stratford's biggest play of the game so far comes here midway through the third quarter. Stratford will now split 2 guys wide right, 2 guys in the backfield, Vanderhoof under center, and there's going to be a flag. Looks like a false start. And that will. So a 5-yard penalty will bring 1st and 15 now for the Tigers at the 17-yard line. And that'll be another penalty on the Stratford Tigers. They have that as their 3rd penalty of the game.
1st and 15 from the 17.
So just under 9 minutes here of the third quarter. Both teams scoreless. Stratford looking to be the first team to put points on the board in this highly ranked Division 5 matchup. And there's another flag. And it's going to be on the Tigers again. I can't tell if that was a delay of game. It almost looked like they weren't even set to be a false start. So it's going to be 1st and 20, and that'll be the 4th penalty of the game for the Stratford Tigers. 1st and 20 at the 22-yard line. And I'm sure Coach Tubbs isn't happy with how the last 2 plays have responded now for the Tigers. And there's another flag. Wow, we have not seen that hardly ever. 3 consecutive penalties, but this is going against the Rockets this time, looks like. The side judge is pointing to the Rockets side. I'm not sure exactly what the call was. I did not see from the head referee what the call was. Actually, it was against Stratford, but he pointed against Spencer Columbus, so it's going to be at the 27-yard line instead of the 22. And now Coach Tubbs is going to take a timeout for Stratford to talk things over, settle his team down. And we're going to settle down a little bit and take a quick break. When we come back, we'll see what the Stratford Tigers can do on this drive when we return.
Hi, my name is Braden. I'm with US Cellular North Second Peters. I'm here today to talk to you about our expanded JD Power award-winning network. Our services are now available in northern Wisconsin in areas such as Spencer, Stratford, and Colby. To experience our new 5G network, stop down to the store and take a look at our expanding lineup of 5G devices located in downtown Marshfield.
All right, and we're back here. Max Vanderhoof under center, three-man backfield for the Tigers. Hand up to the left side, looks like Bo Gross, and he's going to find some room on the left side. He's going to look, probably pushed out at the 16-yard line. Looks like Chase Higgins on that tackle for Spencer Columbus.
To the 16.
Get on the ball, get on the ball.
Stopped by Higgins and Timber.
So Bo Gross on that carry. It'll be 2nd and 15, 10-yard run for Gross. Three-man backfield again for the Stratford Tigers. Vanderhoof under center, hand up to the left side. Cuts back middle, and he's finally brought down by a group of Spencer Columbus defenders.
The kicker, Stratman with a tackle on Gross.
So Bo Gross with a 3-yard carry, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 12 at the Spencer Columbus 16-yard line. So a big 3rd down here for the Tigers. Spencer Columbus has been doing a great job fundamental tackling as a team. Not many missed tackles, and they've been doing great at helping each other out. As you see, another 3-man backfield. Rollout for Vanderhoof. He throws back to the left to get to Gross, and Gross is going to find the end zone for the touchdown. The wheel route for Max Vanderhoof to Bo Gross, and that's going to be his first touchdown and a first score in this game, and it's 6-0 Stratford here, just under the 8-minute mark. It's about a 12-yard catch for Gross to the left side. Bo Gross, the senior, been very active tonight. And Stratford will come out for the PAT. So Caden Schillinger come out to kick the PAT. Max Vanderhoof, the holder. Another whistle here on the field. I think they're trying to replace in the ball.
Colton Schillinger to attempt the conversion.
And that kick is going to be short, and that kick is no good.
No good.
So the PAT has failed for the Tigers, and we're going to take a quick break here. So with 7:58 left of the third quarter, Stratford 6, Spencer Columbus 0.
Hey sports fans, if you're looking for the best chair in the house, come down to R&R Flooring and Furniture in Spencer. We carry Franklin furniture, Lang furniture, Serta recliners, Simmons recliners, electric chairs, chairs that have phone chargers in. That is the best chair in the house. Come down and see us. We also have these sports tables and anything you want. Brewers, Bucks, Badgers, come on in. Thank you.
All right, so back again, of course, with Neil Hogden. I'm Matt Wenzel through Sports on Focus. Glad to bring you Spencer Columbus Stratford football. Finally seen our first score of the night on a Bo Gross 12-yard catch for Max Vanderhoof. And of course, Caden Schillinger missed the PAT kick, and we are sitting at 6-0 Stratford. So let's see if the Rockets can retaliate here on offense as Schillinger looks to kick off. Higgins and Jacobson back to return. Nice kick there from Schillinger, and that's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So nice kick there from Schillinger, and we'll see Spencer Columbus start at their own 20-yard line. Spencer Columbus has some versatile weapons there on the offense. They just got to find that one little bit of room, and they can do some real damage.
First and 10 Rockets from the 20.
Eden Jacobson, the senior, has been very, very busy so far on the ground. So far, I have him at 11 carries. Of course, all these stats are unofficial. Gage Stratman looking very active through the air late in the first half. Finding Jacobson and Schlafke on receptions. So Spencer Columbus back, the handoff up middle. Goal, it's going to be a little bit of a toss to the left. Find some running room, and he's finally going to be brought down. Will Gorst on the carry, the junior. So let's see what they mark him. They're actually going to get him for a loss of yardage there. Look like he did find some running room. So he's going to lose 2 yards.
Second down 12.
So second and 12 at the Rockets' 17-yard line. Stratman back under center in the shotgun. In motion. He's going to hit his guy going hard right. And that's Jacobson on the carry, and he's going to be caught short. So he might have got a loss of 2 there. I can't tell, but it looked like that was Kale Weisenberger on the tackle for the Tigers.
Freshman on the tackle.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 16 out for the Rockets at their own 15-yard line. Just over 7 minutes remaining here
3rd and 15.
in the third quarter.
From the 15.
Let's see what Coach Gortz here draws up for the Rockets. Tight formation for the Rockets, back in motion. The handoff. Oh, it's play action, back to pass. Oh, Stratman tried to hit his receiver, but it was dropped by Chase Higgins. So the drop there by Higgins off the nice pass from Stratman will then bring up 4th down for the Rockets with 7:04 officially in the third quarter. And that will bring probably the punting team now for the Rockets. So far the Tigers here made a couple big stops here on the Rocket offense. Looks like Stratman back there to punt. And of course, Smart and Schilling are back to return for the Tigers. And the high snap, but the punt is away. Oh, it's going to be a hard right punt. And that's going to land at about the 31-yard line of Spencer Columbus. So Stratford will start at about 31 with their new drive. So of course, Stratford looking for another opportunity for the end zone. Bo Gross was the first recipient of their touchdown with a 12-yard pass reception in the last drive.
29-yard line.
29-yard line, they're going to mark that on. Not the 31 we originally thought.
Come on, defense!
So Stratford inside the red zone already on the first play. Let's see what Stratford brings out. Looks like they're going to bring their 3-man running back crew in the backfield. One H-back, then running out motion to the left. Vanderhoof under center. Back in motion, looks like Schillinger. Tosses to the right to Bo Gross. Tries to cut back left, but not much room there. Maybe got a yard. Well, 3 actually.
Grabowski with the tackle. 2nd down, 7.
Austin Grabowski, the senior, with that tackle on Gross. We're going to see some shotgun here from Stratford. Vanderhoof way back. Single backfield, looks like he's with Gross. Hand off to Gross, running to the left side. Finding a couple blockers, and he's going to find a little bit of room, and he's finally taken down just inside the 20-yard line. Chase Higgins on that tackle. So this is going to be just short of the first down. 3rd and 1. So it was a 6-yard run by Gross. So 3rd and 1 at the Spencer Columbus 19-yard line. Stratford looking to extend the lead. And we're going to see that 3-man backfield again for the Tigers. Vanderhoof under center. The snap up the middle, looks like to Gross. And there's a big-time stop by the Spencer Columbus defense.
The level of the ball carrier.
Austin Grabowski, another big stop there for the senior defensive lineman. And that's a big-time loss and a big-time stop for the Rocket defense. And we're going to see 4th and 2 now at the 20 for Stratford. So they couldn't convert on the 3rd down opportunity, and Gross lost a yard. 3-man back, running back backfield for Stratford, 4th and 2. Big-time play for the Tigers here. The handoff to Gross, cuts back, and he's going to find a few yards, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Tigers. So Bo Gross, another carry. That's going to be a 5-yard for him. So 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Timler made the stop for the Rockets.
Cole Timler on that tackle, the junior defensive back. And of course, Stratford will go to their 3 running back formation. Hand off of Vanderhoof to the left side. Looks like Gross again. And it is going to be tackled at about the 14, and a flag comes out. And that penalty is going to be against the Tigers. Correction, that was Caden, or excuse me. Colton Schillinger on that carry, not Gross. Used to saying Gross as he's been getting the bulk of the carries tonight for the Tigers. I can't tell if that was a hold. That ball will be going back, and that'll be spotted at about the 25-yard line. So Stratford with another penalty. That's their 6th penalty tonight. 6 penalties. They've accumulated about 45 yards on those penalty yardages. And now Stratford will go to shotgun here with Vanderhoof under center. 2 guys out wide right. Vanderhoof.
Outside!
The hand up. Oh, he's going to keep it. Quarterback keeper for Vanderhoof, and he's going to find some yardage, and he's going to get down to the 10-yard line. Won't be a 1st down, but it was a nice run, pickup of yardage by Max Vanderhoof.
Carries to the 10.
What a 15-yard run for Vanderhoof. The senior quarterback, also a star on the basketball team.
Down 5.
Have to fill in the shoes from losing 5 big playmakers from their last year's undefeated team. Of course, COVID-19 has cut the sectionals for basketball season short. So 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line for the Tigers. 3-man backfield for the Tigers. Vanderhoof under center. Hand up the middle. And he's going to plow his way just short of the goal line. Looked like Kenoa Govela on the carry. So that ball is going to be marked down at the 6-yard line. 3rd and 1 here for the Tigers. 3:25 and counting left of the 3rd quarter. Well, a set clock is rolling. Vanderhoof under center. Hand up the middle. Looks like Schillinger working hard, but he's going to probably come up just short. Nice stop by the Rocket defense.
Colton Schillinger carries.
Looks like that'll be just short of the first down. So 2nd and 3 at the 3-yard line. So 2nd and goal. 2:40 and counting here in this 3rd quarter. 3-man backfield for the Tigers. Vanderhoof, the handoff looks like the Gross. And they're going to count it. They're going to mark that, and that's another touchdown for Stratford. Bo Gross, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night, brings Stratford's lead 12-0 here with 2.5 left of the 3rd quarter. So Bo Gross, his 2nd touchdown, first on the ground, as he had that receiving touchdown earlier from Max Vanderhoof. And we'll see if Stratford goes with the PAT attempt again. Looks like they're going to go for 2 here, and they're going to have that 3 running back set back with Vanderhoof under center. Toss over to the right. Looks like Schillinger on the carry, and he... Oh, they marked it. He must have just crossed the plane. It looked like he was short, but I think the ball must have just crossed the plane. And the PAT 2-point conversion is good. And that will bring Stratford's lead 14-0. And we're going to take a quick break here from Spencer, Wisconsin. Stay with us for Spencer Columbus's next drive after this. All right, and we're back. 14-0 Stratford here in this D5 ranked conference matchup. And Colton Schillinger back to kick off for the Tigers. Chase Higgins and Eden Jacobson back to return for the Rockets. Bo Gross with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And a kick by Schillinger is off, and that's going to be returnable by Eden Jacobson. Jacobson looking left. Over to the left side, cuts back middle a little bit. And he's going to get probably up to the 25-yard line. A few different white shirts there for the tackle. So Spencer Columbus will start their drive, 1st and 10. 24-yard line will start the possession for the Rockets. 14-0 here Stratford. Both their scores have come in the 3rd quarter after a scoreless first half for both teams. See if quarterback Gage Stratman can get the offense rolling here. Stratman under center in the shotgun. Cross back to pass. He's looking up middle for his target. Oh, his target had it and he just dropped it. That was Eden Jacobson on the pass and 10. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Second down.
Jacobson almost had that. It was a tough opportunity, but they will go for another chance here with this next play. Ball still placed at the 24-yard line. Got this feeling a big play is going to come from the Rocket offense. I think they're too talented to not get those plays converted. Let's see what they can do. Tight formation. Stratman back to Eden Jacobson in motion, and he's going to get that toss. Oh, there's a fumble on the play. On the initial toss, there was a fumble, but Spencer Columbus recovers. Stratman was on that ball. Timler, Cole Timler on that fumble recovery. The junior tight end.
Third down.
So it'll be a 4-yard loss on that play. It'll be 3rd and 14 at the 21-yard line. One guy wide out right and left in motion. Back to pass for Stratman. Passes out to the right. The flat play to Jacobson, and Jacobson is going to get another loss of yardage. Caden Griesmeyer with the stop there on Jacobson. And that was a 6-yard loss for the Spencer Columbus Rockets. And that's going to bring up 4th and 19 for the Rockets here. So back to receive for the Tigers is Colton Schillinger. Back to punt for the Rockets is Stratman. Snap, punt, and that punts over to the left. And that ball's going to roll at just about the 38-39 yard line. So with about 46 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter, we're going to take a keep it right here actually.
Rockets. 1st and 10 Tigers.
Our officials are looking to reset the ball here quick. Of course, 14-0 Stratford. Stratford getting both their touchdowns from Bo Gross, the senior running back. Both of his one touchdown came from the air from Max Vanderhoof. One came on the ground. It's a good field position here for Stratford at the 36-yard line for Spencer Columbus, and we'll see if they can retaliate with another score. So Max Vanderhoof has an empty backfield, 3 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. Back in motion, and there's a flag there, and probably going to be a false start. We'll see what the initial call is. Yep, false start on the Tigers, and that will be another penalty for the Tigers. They're 7th for tonight. So 7 penalties for the Stratford Tigers offense, and I'm sure that's not what Coach Tubbs is looking to see with his D5 ranked team. So they will start again with the empty backfield, 5 wide, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Vanderhoof under center. In motion. Roll out for Vanderhoof. He's looking to his left. On the flat, he hits his man, and he's looking to get past the 30, and he's pushed out at the 26-yard line. That looks like smart on that reception. Eden Jacobson on that stop for the Rockets.
Pass complete to Lucio. Or Smart. Tackled by Jacobson. Second and 1.
That'll be a 14-yard catch. Smart with 43 yards in receiving this evening. Vanderhoof back to center, 2 wide to the right. Toss to the right side to Gross. Gross looking for running room, tries to cut back, and he might get a couple, and he's brought down. So Bo Gross on that carry.
First down, Tigers.
Looks like Jacobson again on the stop. And that'll be a first down for the Tigers. Our score sheet only holds 20 carries for running backs in a running game, as you see in high school football as these days. Ian Wilson of Medford had a 53 carry game last year, so you're going to need a 2.5 extra lines in the score sheet here we have. So 1st and 10, time winding down with 5 seconds remaining. Stratford might get another playoff here. 2 seconds, and they will run out of time here as the play clock, or excuse me, the game clock will run out. But we have a flag. The back judge threw a flag out here.
After 3, Stratford 14, SC nothing.
But both teams are walking off. Before we go to commercial, see what the verdict was on the flag. It is the end of the 3rd quarter, but let's see what the referees decided on this flag. I'm not sure if the play clock coincided with the game clock or not. If they're just going to wave off, I think they're just going to wave that flag off. So at the end of the 3rd quarter, with the score 14-0, Stratford leads Spencer Columbus, and we will take a quick break, and we will be right back.
At Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, we close loans fast. Homeowners, home buyers, and realtors love it.
Fast? Anybody can claim they're fast.
You're right, but we'll guarantee it. Our branch will close your loan in 30 days or less, or we'll pay your closing costs.
Why wait longer to be in the home of your dreams? Why worry about delays that could affect your closing?
At Fairway, we're fast. We guarantee it. 30 days or less, or we'll pay your closing costs.
Call today to find out how you can be in the home of your dreams.
Faster with Fairway.
And welcome back here with Neil Hodgson. I'm Matt Wenzel. Currently a score update from, looks like Crivets, Wisconsin. Colby currently at 42-7 on a strong team this year. And currently here we have 14-0 Stratford in a battle of ranked Division 5 teams.
1st and 10 Tigers from the 23.
1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 22-yard line for Spencer Columbus. There was a flag thrown out at the last play of the half as the time expired, but I think the refs just picked it up and it proceeded. So we'll see a 3 running backfield again for the Tigers. Vanderhoof, play action, looking in the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
Touchdown, Stratford.
That looked like Devin Ulrich, the junior tight end, on that Tiger reception, and it's 20-0 Stratford. So Devin Ulrich with about a 22-yard reception. First play of the the 4th quarter. And it looks like Colton Schillinger will come on in to attempt the PAT. Vanderhoof the hold. The kick is up. Oh, it's a fake. Vanderhoof throws it. He just wings it out to the left. Oh, and it's going to be overthrown. And the PAT, or the 2-point conversion, will be no good.
PAT attempt fails.
And with that being said, we'll take a quick, short 25-30 second break. When we come back, we'll see the Spencer Columbus Rockets, see if they can get on the board.
Rockets nothing.
So with the score being 20-0, Stratford 20, Spencer Columbus nothing. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Devin Ulrich on the 22-yard touchdown reception from Max Vanderhoof. And Stratford has upped the lead 20-0 here this evening. 4th quarter just underway when Stratford scored. And we'll see if the Rockets here can retaliate with a score themselves. So Colton Schillinger, if I can get that name right. Back for the kickoff duties for the Tigers. Higgins and Jacobson back to return for the Rockets. Hard kick from Schillinger. Higgins is going to let that one roll, and it's going to roll to the end zone for a touchback. A couple nice kicks for Colton Schillinger on the kickoff.
Kick into the end zone. Rockets 1st and 10.
So Rockets will take over 1st and 10 at the 20. Jacobson very aggressive on the ground tonight. I'm sure he's itching to look for the end zone as well. So here we go. Spencer Columbus back out. We got one wide right, one wide left. Stratman under shotgun. Two backs in the backfield. In motion is Jacobson. Drops it, but picks it up. Stratman's going to find a few, and he's still going. And he's finally brought down at about the 25-yard line. Just missed that tackle. But Stratman got about 5 yards on that carry, on that scramble. And that's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Rockets.
Tackled by Zach Seitz.
Zach Seitz, the big D lineman for the Tigers, the junior, with the tackle. So we got one wide left for the Rockets here. In motion is Jacobson, handoff up middle. Fumble on the play. And from what Stratford's saying, they got it. We'll see the official rule.
By the Tigers.
And it is indeed recovered by the Tigers. Dane Poppy of the Tigers recovered that fumble.
Dane Poppy,
the senior linebacker.
Recovery, 1st and 10, Stratford.
And Stratford will take 1st and 10 at the Rocket 25-yard line. So there's a turnover for the Rockets here.
1st and 10 from the 25.
So Stratford taking over here. Another red zone opportunity. Vanderhoof back to under center. Motion out left is Smart. 2 running back backfield. Here comes Schillinger in motion. And a toss to the left side to Gross. Gross is going to cut back middle, and he's finally brought down at around the 20-yard line.
Gross carries.
What a 5-yard run for Bo Gross.
Timler with the tackle.
Cole Timmer on the tackle.
5.
Go defense!
So 2nd and 5, running out of stat room for Gross. Gross well over 20 carries this game.
Tigers at the 20.
So 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Tigers. 10.5 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 2 wide out to the right now for the Tigers. 1 slot, and the handoff up the middle to Gross. Gross trying to find some right room. He breaks free for a couple yards, and he's finally brought down at about the 15-yard line.
Gross carries. 1st down, Tigers.
So 1st down for the Tigers, and another carry by Gross. Carson Schmidt on that tackle for the Rockets.
Carson Smith made the stop.
Or Smith, excuse me.
1st and 10, Tigers.
So 1st and 10 at the 12 for Tigers. Vanderhoof in the shotgun. 1 wide left, 1 wide right. Fit play action, and that pass will go incomplete.
Pass incomplete.
Can't quite make out who that was.
Broken up by Higgins.
It actually looked like Logan Reith on that play. But that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. So Stratford looking in shotgun again. 2 wide to the right for the Tigers. 1 motion out to the left. That's Schillinger. So 2 to the left. Single backfield is Gross. Schillinger back in motion. And a drop snap. Gross picks it up, and he's going to be brought down for a loss of about, oh wow. Big time loss for a fumble. Stratford recovered. Spencer Columbus was there to react quickly to that, and that's going to be a big loss for the Tigers.
23-yard line.
Yeah, put a loss of 9 yards there.
Jacobson with the tackle.
So it's going to be 3rd and 19 at the Tiger 23-yard line. Excuse me, the Rocket 23-yard line. About 9:15 left here in the 4th quarter. 2 out wide for the Tigers on the right. Vanderhoof under center. Vanderhoof rolls out to the right. He looks to pass to the right. and it's caught by Rafi Smart, and he's going to be brought down about the 5-yard line, and that'll be a first down for the Tigers. No, just short. It is just short.
Rafi Smart with the reception.
It's a nice pass from Max Vanderhoof to Rafi Smart.
4th and 1. Ball at the 5.
So 4th and 1 at the 6-yard line for the Tigers, and they got their 3 running back backfield again. And the handoff is to Gross, and Gross looking to power his way, and he's going to get the first down just past the 5-yard line.
Gross carries.
So Bo Gross will get a 2-yard carry, which will result in a first down.
And goal,
Be
Tigers.
first and goal for the Tigers at the 4-yard line.
Timler and Ellefson on the tackle.
So what was a scoreless first half is turning into
Tigers from the 4.
a Stratford runaway here. And Stratford will come back out in that 3 running back formation with Vanderhoof under center. The Rockets looking to make a goal line stop here. Hand up the middle. Just short.
Govella, the ball carrier.
That was Kanoa Govella on the carry.
Schmidt.
Schmidt on the tackle for the Rockets.
2nd and goal from the 2.
Person Schmidt, the junior linebacker. And it'll be 2nd and 2 at the 2-yard line. Well, I should say 2nd and goal. But either way, Stratford has that 3 running back formation in the backfield. Hand up the right, and Stratford is in, and that'll be a touchdown.
Touchdown, Stratford.
Trying to double check who that was. It looked like Kanoa Govella on the carry. So Govella will get his first rushing touchdown. And that brings the score 26-0 Stratford with 7:24 in the 4th quarter. Stratford looking to go for 2 here. 3 running back backfield again with Vanderhoof under center. Toss to the left. That's Rafi Smart, and Rafi Smart's going to find the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good.
2-point conversion by Rafi Smart.
So Rafi Smart there with a little bit of a 2-point conversion, and Stratford rolling here in the 4th quarter, 28-0 over the Spencer Columbus Rockets. We will take a short break, and we will be back with Spencer Columbus's next drive.
Hi, my name is Braden. I'm with US Cellular North 2nd Peters. I'm here today to talk to you about our expanded JD Power award-winning network. Our services are now available in northern Wisconsin in areas such as Spencer, Stratford, and Colby. To experience our new 5G network, stop down to the store and take a look at our expanding lineup of 5G devices located in downtown Marshfield.
Hi, I am Todd Schultz from Fairway Mortgage in Marshfield. Growing up and now living in Marshfield, I have always supported the local sports teams. Fairway Mortgage is doing the same and more. Fairway Mortgage is also supporting the veterans of this country. We formed an affiliate company called the American Warrior Initiative, or AWI. AWI has given away houses, seed money, vehicles, and service dogs to deserving veterans. Fairway has found that service dogs trained specifically for a veteran's needs is the best gift that any veteran can receive. Fairway is a home loan specialist. Call us today to get your home loan.
And we're back. Of course, with Neil Hogden, I'm Matt Wenzel. Through Sports on Focus, glad to bring you live streaming of Spencer Columbus Stratford football. And kick us away for Colton Schillinger. And that return will be by, looks like, Chase Higgins. And he's looking to find some room. And he's finally brought down by a bunch of tacklers at about the 28-yard line.
On the return to the 27-yard line, 1st and 10 Rockets.
So the Rockets will start some new life here at about the 27-yard line. So Spencer Columbus looking to find the end zone at least once before this game ends. 7:15 left of the 4th quarter, and Spencer Columbus is going to start 1 wide right, 1 wide left. Of course, with Stratman in under center. In motion. Pass, play action, and that plays in the middle. He found Jacobson, and Jacobson's going to find a little bit of wiggle room, and he might be close to a first down. Might be short. Eden Jacobson finding some contributions in the running game as well. And we have a flag on the play as well. So about 8 yards that catch was for Jacobson. And that's going to be a holding that will negate that play, and we will see the chains go backwards. That's the 5th penalty from the Spencer Columbus Rockets tonight.
First and 20.
That'll be first and 22 at the 16-yard line. So let's see if the Rockets can respond here. First and 22 at the 16-yard line. Tight formation here for the Rockets. Stratman under center in motion, and that's going to be a flag. Oh, and that'll be offsides on the Tigers. So that'll be a Stratford penalty. Stratford's 8th penalty tonight.
First and 15 from the 22.
First and 17 at the 21-yard line. Let's see if the Spencer Columbus Rockets can find some open field here in this next play, as they got a guy wide left, otherwise tight formation for the Rockets. Stratman back at the pass. He's getting hit. He's going to give it away, but it's going to be bobbled and incomplete. Looking for the screen pass.
Pass incomplete. Second down.
Wasn't quite sure of who the recipient was on that, but the rush came hard for the Tigers on that screen opportunity. Pass was bobbled, almost intercepted, and that'll bring up second down. Second and 17. Still at the 21-yard line. So about 6:22 in the fourth quarter. In motion. Back to pass, Stratman. He's going to scramble up middle, and he's finally brought down at about the 19-yard line. 19, 20-yard line, so about a loss of 1, maybe 2. Hunter Ford again on the tackle. Several tackles tonight for the senior defensive lineman. So that was a loss of 1 by Stratman. And that's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Ball at the 19.
So 3rd and 18 at the 19-yard line for Spencer Columbus, looking to find some room here for a first down. Chase Higgins going to the other side for the Rockets. Stratman back under center. In motion. Stratman back to pass. He's looking. He's going to scramble left, cut back middle, and he's going to be brought down by a couple yard run there. Schillinger on the tackle for the Tigers. And that's going to bring up 4th down. So about a 4-yard run for Stratman. And that'll bring up 4th and 14. So just over 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. 28-0 Stratford in this Central Wisconsin Conference matchup. Let's see what Spencer Columbus decides to do here. They're going to punt. Looks like Schillinger and Smart back to return. And the punt is away by Stratman. And it's returnable. Smart looking to the right side. Actually, it's Lucio. Lucio looking to the right side. He's got some room. And he's finally going to... Oh, he's still going. And there's a flag that came on the play, but Lucio got down to about the 33-yard line.
Return back to about the 32-yard line. Flag on the field. Timler Van Coor with the tackle.
Tanner Van Coor on the tackle for the Rockets, and we'll see what that penalty. And it looks like a block on the back on the Tigers, and that brings the 9th penalty for the Stratford Tigers this evening. Tigers nearing 100 penalty yards this game. That's not what Coach Stubbs is going to want to see on film.
Block in the back.
And the ball will move back. So the ball will be placed at the Rocket 44-yard line. Lucio with the nice run, negated by the penalty.
1st and 10 Tigers from the Rocket 43.
So 1st and 10 for Stratford here. 4.5 remaining of the fourth quarter. And we'll see Vanderhoof back in shotgun. 2 guys out wide left, 2 backs in the backfield. One will motion into the H-back spot. Snap is there. Vanderhoof with the handoff. Looks like Bo Gross. Gross evades a tackler, and then he gets by another one, and he's finally brought down just past the 40-yard line.
Gross carries. Tackled by Timler and
Will Schlafke on the tackle.
2nd and 5.
So a nice 5-yard run for Gross, and it'll bring up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line. And the hand up to the right side.
Cole Timler.
Bo Gross on that carry again for about 4 or 5. Gross. Cole Timler on that tackle for the Rockets. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Ball at the 36, 3rd down.
So 3rd and 3 now for the Tigers at the 36-yard line, looking to kind of keep the clock going, prevent Spencer Columbus from getting the ball again. Again, 28-0. It was a scoreless game at the half. Stratford responded with 4 touchdowns this half. 3 of them in the 3 of them in the third quarter. 2 guys out wide left for Stratford now. 2 in the backfield. And we're going to get a whistle from the officials here. It looks like we have a delay of game on the Tigers, so that'll be another penalty for the Tigers.
Delay of game, Stratford.
10th penalty for the Tigers tonight. Can't imagine what Coach Stubbs is thinking right now. It's nothing you want to see if you're a team like Stratford.
3rd and 8.
So that ball will be pushed back to the 40-yard line now for Stratford. 3rd and 8 here. 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 2 guys motion out to the left, wide left now for the Tigers. 2 in the backfield. Vanderhoof under center. Handoff up the middle. About a few yards on that carry. It looks like Guvela again on the carry.
Ball carrier.
So Kanoa Guvela.
Carson Schmidt makes a stop.
Small but strong senior running back on another carry.
4th down.
About 4 yards on that carry.
4th and 4.
And that's going to bring up 4th down now for the Tigers. So the Tigers will casually run the clock out as we hit the 2.5 minute mark. Stratford will move to 3-0 after tonight. Spencer Columbus will drop to 2-1. We got a whistle. And looks like a timeout by the Tigers. So we'll take a quick 25-30 second break, and we come back, we'll see Stratford's 4th down opportunity with 2:14 left in the fourth quarter. Stratford 28, Spencer Columbus nothing. Stay with us.
If your path to achieving your hopes and dreams is less than clear, Meyer & Associates provides the direction and guidance that helps put things into focus. We provide financial advice and customized solutions that help take the uncertainty out of your dreams for today and the future.
We can work together to make an honest assessment, understand your options, commit to a plan, live life brilliantly. Our team is here to help.
All right, we're back with Neil Hogden. I'm Matt Wenzel here late in the fourth quarter through Sports on Focus. 3 running back formation for the Tigers, 4th down. And the hand up to the left side, and that's going to be a nice stop for the Rocket defense.
Logan Galenke, the ball carrier.
That was Luke Gulke, or no, excuse me, Logan Glenicki with the run.
Tackled by
And he's going to
Schlafke.
see a loss of yardage, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Will Schlafke on the tackle for the Rockets, and that'll bring up a new drive for the Rockets.
To the Rockets, 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 for
Rockets
Spencer
from
Columbus
their own
at
38.
the 38-yard line. 2:10 left here in the fourth quarter. Stratford Tigers 28, Spencer Columbus 0. Fifth time, or they've played 5 times in 3 years. So was it 6 times in 4 years they played? Usually if they meet each other in playoffs. Back to pass for Stratman. Stratman looking. Oh, he's tripped up. Oh, he's still going, and then he's finally brought down close, maybe just past the line of scrimmage. So maybe got a couple yards there. For the Tigers, that on the tackle, Tristan Workus. And that'll bring up 2nd and 8 for the Rockets. Tight formation now for the Rockets. Stratman back. The handoff to the left side, cuts back middle, and he's brought down at about the 41. Maybe got a yard there. So that was Will Gorst on the carry, the big fella, the junior. And that's going to make it 3rd and 7.
Makes the stop. Rockets at the 41-yard line. 3rd down.
3rd and 7 at the 41. Just over a minute remaining here in the fourth quarter. Stratman back in motion is Jacobson. The handoff is Jacobson to the right side. He's got some room, and he's finally going to find wide right room, and he's pushed out of bounds just past midfield.
Jacobson carries.
So Eden Jacobson has his longest run of the night. He got about 11 yards on that carry. So 1st down for the Rockets.
They get out of bounds on the Tigers.
Oh, there was a penalty in the play, or the field I didn't even see as well. Might have been a late hit out of bounds. So another penalty on the Tigers. That makes that 11 penalties for the Tigers tonight. So Spencer Columbus will have the ball at the 33-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 30.
48 seconds left. Tight formation now for the Rockets. Stratman under center. In motion is Jacobson. That was a nice fake up the middle by McGivern. As we see the 30-second mark eclipse. 5-yard carry by McGivern, excuse me. 20 seconds left here in this game. Spencer Columbus maybe looking to hit some pay dirt here before we hit 0. Back in motion. Stratman hands off to the left side. Nice run there. And that's Will Gorst on the carry. And that is the end of this ball game. So with a final score of 28-0, the Stratford Tigers will move to 3-0 over the Spencer Columbus Rockets in a big-time second-half shootout for the Stratford Tigers. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll do some quick stats and some quick scores around the league. So stay with us, and we will be right back with their post-game coverage.
I like my Google Pixel 4 because of the fantastic camera and great software optimization by Google. Google Pixel 4's camera has a feature called Night Sight, which allows you to take really great photos in low light scenarios. And what's better is that you have free unlimited storage on Google Photos to store all your great pictures. While supplies last, when you upgrade to Google Pixel 4, you can get $350 off your phone. And soon to be released on August 20th is the Google Pixel 4a, which is a budget-focused phone with the same fantastic camera as the 4.
Beautify your garden and landscape in 2020 with Turnpike Greenhouse. Explore our spacious garden center with over 2,500 hanging baskets. Along with beautiful flowering plants, Turnpike offers a wide selection of produce, herbs, vine crops, succulents, and more. Turnpike's garden center and greenhouses have everything needed to beautify any home. Turnpike is here to serve you. Visit us in Granton or online at turnpikegreenhouse.com. Be sure to follow us on Facebook for pictures and specials. We are Turnpike, and we are here to serve you.
All right, and welcome back for our post-game show. Of course, with Neil Hogden as producer, I'm Matt Wenzel with play-by-play. Through Sports on Focus, we were glad to bring you Stratford Spencer Columbus High School football here in Spencer, Wisconsin. Beautiful night, 70 degrees. It was an interesting game, though, for two of the top 10 ranked teams in Division 5. Both teams were in a big defensive battle the whole first half. 0-0 scoreless first half. Then Stratford, Coach Tubbs must have had that talk with his team at halftime. And the offense finally got rolling for the Tigers, scoring 3 touchdowns, 2 of them by Bo Gross, and 1 of them came from Devin Ulrich with the receiving touchdown. And Stratford went up 20-0. And then in the fourth quarter, Kanoa Govela had a rushing touchdown to extend the lead, and the 2-point conversion was good. And that's where we were at with the final score of 28-0. So we'll get some quick stats here for the Stratford Tigers and the Spencer Columbus Rockets before we get into some local scores. Stratford was led the way, and of course, as I mentioned, all these scores are unofficial. All these stats are unofficial. I had so far for Bo Gross tonight 24 carries for 138 yards on the ground, 1 touchdown, 1 in the air. Colton Schillinger had 4 carries for 18 yards. Max Vanderhoof had 2 carries for 13 yards, and I didn't get an accurate number on Govela, but Govela had about 7 or 8 carries for about 25 yards. On the receiving end, Rafi Smart had 3 receptions for about 56 yards. There was a 12-yard touchdown pass that went to Bo Gross and a 22-yard touchdown pass to Devin Ulrich. So Stratford's offense got going late in this game, third quarter to be exact. And Stratford will go into the season 3-0 with a big-time win over the number 6 team in the state, the Spencer Columbus Rockets. As for the Rockets, they're led in rushing by Dominic Post. Now, Dominic Post left this game in the second quarter with an injury and didn't return, and was doing well with 3 carries with 34 yards, including a 33-yard run late in the first quarter. Otherwise, they're led by Eden Jacobson, who had about 14 carries for 28 yards. Was very aggressive, though, but just couldn't find any room with the run defense by the Tigers. Max McGivern had 2 carries for 4 yards. Of course, as I said, this is all unofficial. Gage Stratman, the quarterback, had 4 carries for 7 yards. And Will Gorst had 2 carries for a loss of -1 yards. On the receiving end, Eden Jacobson had 2 catches for 19 yards. And Will Schlafke had 1 catch for 17 yards. Now, penalties were a factor for Stratford, but it didn't affect them in the end with the final score. But they had 11 penalties, and overall, those penalties total up to 90 yards. So, of course, that's not going to please Coach Tubbs at all in terms of his fundamental outlook for his Stratford Tiger football team. Of course, the Rockets had 5 penalties, and I got them for 50 yards, mostly off of holding penalties or false starts. So with those stats, we'll wrap up with some post-game scores before we wrap up tonight's Sports on Focus our Sports on Focus stream. One score that I have so far, Gilman and Alma Lincoln. Gilman was up 34 at the half, but so far I'm sure that is a final. So far we have some GNC action. Ashland 46-8 over Lakeland. Rhinelander 42-8 over Merrill. So Rhinelander will go 3-0, and they've got a matchup with GNC leading Medford looming. And Neil is going to get some scores for us as his phone died, so he's got to navigate through mine. Earlier we had an Edgar Abbotsford update. At that point it was halftime. Edgar was up 47-0. Pacelli shuttle Loyal tonight, 41-0. Not much from the Greyhounds tonight. We don't have a score from Wild Rose Pittsville. We also have scores. Colby beat Crivets 42-7. Colby playing well this year so far. Looks like in a solid bunch that they got. We did have Cadott was down to Glenwood City before, but of course that was a while ago. We don't have a true update. Northern Pines, of course they beat Tomahawk. Tomahawk was 43-12 in that battle of northern teams. Gotta love when ads pop up on your scores. Yeah, it's interesting, but it's hard when you don't get like the true, because some of these are late. We don't have the updated scores. But Pittsville, we just got a final, 20-18 over Wild Rose. So that one is a final there. Iowa Scandinavia, another one team that's big into the area with Stratford. They beat Rothschild 40-7. Iowa Scandinavia, usually a powerhouse on the football field and the basketball court. Of course, the Auburndale Marathon game was canceled. Abbotsford 54, Abbotsford nothing. That was Abbotsford's first game of the year after being under quarantine. So Edgar with another big win after their big ranked win over Onalaska last weekend. And some other scores: Amherst 33, Manawa 14 in a CWC conference matchup. Chippewa Falls beat Rice Lake, of course. Chippewa Falls, usually them and Rice Lake have some solid teams. Always have non-conference games against Medford. DC Everest 42-7 over Wausau West. DC Everest, of course, in the top 10 of the Division I rankings in with sports rankings. Shiocton 34, Nakusa 8. So Nakusa had an earlier loss this season to Spencer Columbus. Couldn't get a win against Shiocton. And Stephen will have the Shiocton-Spencer Columbus game next weekend. That game will be featured on Sports on Focus. Medford 48, Mosinee 8. So that's where we're at with that. And of course, you can find more scores through Sports on Focus or with sports.net if you're looking to find final scores. Actually, Iowa Scandinavia beat Pacelli 61-33. Actually, those are last week. Yeah, that's kind of weird how that just throws you back on that list right there. But that'll wrap things up for us here in Spencer with Neil Hogden and Matt Wenzel through Sports on Focus. Glad everybody can join our live stream from Stratford Spencer Columbus football. We hope everybody has